Hey, what is up everybody? Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Besides today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and doing pretty much the best time to start TW here, seeing that a lot of us were very much so let down by Global. Now, Global is one of the things I'm still going to be covering, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who truly just enjoy the game in general are probably still going to be playing Global, so don't worry, I'm not going anywhere on regarding this. But a lot of people on stream and even off of stream have asked me to do multiple videos regarding Global here, or at least regarding TW, and when is the best time to actually start TW. So we're going to be actually going over all of that today. If you guys are interested into it, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out quite a lot. We're trucking to 14K, and I think we're like 200 subs off. So even through all this craziness, guys, I appreciate all the following and everything of that nature, because it really does mean a lot to me. But now we went over this here, let's go ahead and do this video how I'm gonna have it structured. If you go ahead and check inside the description, there should be timestamps here, in which part of it is going to be like how do you download TW and how do you get to that point here to pretty much have everything worth it, as well as getting the what's it called, the translator. Now the translator, before of course I dive straight into that, I do want to tell you guys it is very finicky. The translator, although it is good, it translates really well because we have someone who manually translates it. The only issue is the thing can cause your game to crash a little bit because it's not supposed to be inside the launcher, and two, it also can cause a little bit of problems where it comes down to either different glitches that just happen in the game because it's not supposed to be in your launcher. But with that disclaimer out the way, let's go ahead and talk about it right now. So for the first part of the video, getting TW, this is the best time to start here. So a lot of you guys are wondering, where do I get TW or KR? Now I advise you guys to go for TW because it does have the better translator, but of course if you want to go on KR, you very well can. But if you look at the screen here, you should see my video pop up. Any of my videos always has this inside the description, in which if you go ahead and scroll down just a wee bit here, you can see that it says Persona 5X, the Phantom, well, Persona 5, the Phantom X is available for TW, KR, and CN. Now, I do play on TW, so if you want to have me have my characters on carrying or anything like that, play TW. And it's the one that I usually at least offer you guys to do the most. But if you see right here, it says p5x.com.tw, and this is to download the actual TW version. At this point in time, you'll see something like this pop on up, and you want to click this button saying Windows. Once you click this said button here, in which your ears will be blasted very well because they have music on the website, you want to then click this here, and it's going to give you the actual launcher in order to download the game. Make sure when you're downloading the game itself, you do want to do a few other things here, such as knowing exactly where the game is going to be located. Pretty much after you click it, it's going to give you this little setup immediately, and that's going to be more or less what you want to do. Now I already have this actually downloaded, so there's no point in me doing this currently. But what's good about this is I think I do have KR at least someplace on my computer, so I possibly could just show you guys what I usually do for KR itself. So let's go ahead and share my full screen here so you guys are able to see exactly what I'm going to be doing. So at this point in time, let's say you opened up the actual translator. I'm going to see if I can get this fully done, I guess, here, and make sure you guys can kind of see my first screen here. But let's do our display capture and capture this over here, and then I want to get this right here. So you guys can see my actual display capture. You're gonna get this to pop up immediately. Press this little drop down menu, make sure you know exactly where this is getting posted. It says in the D drive under P5X. You can go ahead and put this in elsewhere here, and it's going to tell you how much it actually takes up. Once you have it in the right place here, go ahead and click that button, and it's going to get to downloading. Now there's going to be one function that's more or less going to say, oh, you want to continue, you will want that function. One of those buttons are going to allow you, and it's going to continue with the download process. Afterwards, you're going to have a certain thing pop up like this, in which I'm going to go ahead and close out my game here. And you guys are going to see my whole little screen, which I really don't mind it, to be honest here. I have a lot of messy junk around my screen anyways, but you're going to have this pop up here. Once this does pop up, immediately your first thing to go ahead and do is press this little button right here, and it's going to start downloading. This is without the translator. Do not add in the translator just yet. You want to make sure it does the full on download, and then once of course everything's fully downloaded, in which I'm gonna just go ahead and what's it called, take out the translator myself. We're gonna go in here real quick and remove said translator. Once it's fully downloaded, you want to go ahead and click this here, the arrow once again once it pops up, and this will open up the game. You're gonna have something like this, but the first thing you're gonna be met with is some in-game downloads. Be sure to do the in-game downloads first. Once it's all done, it's then going to, of course, go through those little logos, take you to the title screen, and technically you have downloaded TW. All you would have to do is log into at least a Google or anything that you need to do at that point, and you should be pretty much good. Now, on the off chance that you've already got the translator downloaded here, in which if you do want to go ahead and download the translator, you could very well check out Discord, in which let's go ahead and pull that up for you guys as well. And you guys should be able to see my Discord in 3, 2, 1. We'll go ahead and take a look at Discord here. Be sure to join the P5X worldwide server because they do have a little function that says mod download here, and you can download the TW mod. You want to go ahead and get this mod immediately that says auto translator Taiwan. And if you are on KR, you want to go ahead and do the auto translator Korea. And what this essentially is going to do here is after we download it, you're then going to get something like this that's going to pop up on your screen. It's more or less going to look like not this side here, but it's going to look like this when you open it up. And your first idea is to click the PC section. Once you click this, everything inside of this mod folder here, we're going to want to go ahead and know where this is. We're going to want to immediately copy this here, or either just have it on the side. So let's put this off to the side for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and shrink this down so you guys can actually keep a track what I'm doing here and show you guys exactly what you need to do. So as you can see, we got the mod downloaded, we got everything downloaded, right? Well, we still have our launcher. Where does this need to go? Well, if we go ahead and click the little cog right here, you want to click this button and it's gonna open up your TW file. Wherever this file is, it's gonna bring you straight here. Once this does happen, immediately, once you have gotten the at least mod, in which I'm gonna do a better way to show you guys exactly how the mod does look here, in which let's go ahead and open this up for you guys. So let's double back just a little bit so you guys are actually able to do this step by step. If we have our mod, it's called auto translator Taiwan. You open it up, this is the first thing you're gonna see, right? All of these things are gonna be the first things you see. What you do is, since you have the client open here that you open up, you're gonna press PC, and then instead of worrying about these that I have here, act like none of these are here right now, but everything in this folder you want to go ahead and take and throw it on over into that folder. Once you do so, make sure the http.dl is actually in the game here. The reason for this is because by having this inside the game, it will then allow you to start translating things. It's going to take some time to upload, and in fact, I think I do have mine here. So let me actually go ahead and just, what is it called here? Restore the item here. And now it's back in here. And all you would need to do, close those on out. They're already in the folder. Press the play button. It's going to take some time to go ahead and load up. As you can see, it's at the bottom here for me. And once it does load up, which it's going to freeze on you for a second, don't spam click. Spam clicking it will actually make it close, and then you have to, of course, reopen it again. But once it is fully done and your screen's black and of that nature, you will be able to go into the game with translation. That's pretty much all you have to do for the translation side. It's very, very much so easy. It's just sometimes the translator can be a little bit iffy. So truly do keep that in mind. But let's say we have everything downloaded. What else do you have to do? Absolutely nothing. You're done. That is all you had to do. You've walked through all of at least the translator side, and you would do the same thing for KR. If you wanted to do the KR side, of course, download the KR mod, take those said mods, put it in the PC folder, and get done. Bada bing, bada boom, you just log in straight into the game and you're all good to go. I think this is the easiest way, of course, to get things done here, and I feel like a lot of people got lost. So it's one of those things. But as I did say, download the game first. After you download the game, click into the game with the installer. After you go into the game, you do the actual in-game downloads. Close the game itself. Open up the little cog menu that we showed at the launcher. After that, click that white button, press the PC folder, and then take the actual mods that were in the other mod folder and place them into the actual game folder. That's all you got to do. Pretty dang simple, pretty easy here. I think a lot of people just kind of overestimate how it is here, but we're gonna go ahead and look at Pride One here and show exactly what you guys need to focus on. Now, there's going to be a huge amount of things that are going to be bashing you in your face, especially on TW. TW itself is going to have a lot of stuff that you guys are able to at least pay attention to, and a lot of stuff that you're going to want to, of course, know. Whether it's going to be characters that you just have not seen just yet, or even functions that have not been introduced, there's going to be a lot that you guys want to go ahead and learn. So let's go ahead and actually show this as well. First things that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and close this. You guys should see my game here, and we're going to swap over to one of our alts. Now, let's say you haven't logged into the game just yet, or you haven't logged into your account yet. Usually there will be a login screen right here in which you will create your account with Google or anything that you possibly want to. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to my account here, in which we want to go to our, what is it called? Our alt account here. So my best bet is, you know, I think it might be better if I just go into the game here, because I don't want to really mess up what I'm clicking. So I'm gonna go into the game, then we're gonna force it to knock us out of our account so we can go to our TW account. But essentially, we need to start preparing for the next banners. The reason why, of course, starting right now is such a good idea is because in the next update, we are having a super rerun. And by that, I mean an actual super rerun. Everyone on TW that has released, besides, of course, the, what's it called? The Seize units and Barry will be getting rerun. So we're gonna go ahead and click this, go into our alt account here, in which I will be grinding on stream. You guys that have not done any grinding just yet, it's pretty simple here. And what you immediately want to do is go through some of the tutorial. As you're going through the tutorial and going through the story, you're gonna have some of these functions pop up. The first function that you want to go ahead and click is going to be this present right here, mainly because the second it pops up, it gives you everything you've missed. This was something that was implemented on at least anniversary, and it's still available. Pretty much what it's giving you is all the actual resources that you missed throughout the year. Pretty much you're going to be getting yourself a ton of these every single day. But the most important thing that's actually here is going to be these 80 tickets. What these 80 tickets end up allowing you to do is you would end up clicking this button right here, and there's a golden or a rainbow looking ticket right here. What this does is when you accept it, it's going to go to your bag. You essentially want to immediately grab that, click open it, and then get open, or at least get the character name CHORD. CHORD is one of the few supporters inside of the game that's absolutely insane, and although she drops off for Seize units, as the newer characters have came out here, or at least the newest character has came out, she has once again resurged. Every day that goes by here, you will be getting more and more EXP, allowing you to catch up to level 80 in under 14 days or in 14 days. So it's going to be a lot of stuff that you guys are going to look out for. As for summoning probability, you're going to have a couple things thrown into your face. One of these things are going to be this banner here, which is technically a rerun banner where you can select people out of it. The other one is going to be the standard banner, but it's actually like the 50 one. You still want to complete that 50 standard banner. It's very much so worth it, especially if you are really trying to progress and get on. And be sure, as usual, just like we did on global, be sure to pick on out of here, because it very well is very much so helpful. You're going to want to climb through as much content as possible with her, and she's definitely the person to go to. Now, there's a few functions that you guys got to know that are different from global. On global here, we end up having, of course, just the regular 50-50 banner, while over here on TW, we don't have just the 50-50 banner. We have the 50-50 and the guarantee. Top functions guarantee with a lower pity rate here, or at least a higher pity rate, but a lower pull rate, mainly because the actual percentage of getting a 5-star is like 0.2, while on the actual 50-50 banner, it is 0.8. Both are pretty low, but at the same time, it's pretty darn nice to either go for getting the character off bat no matter what by hitting 110, or either just being able to be a massive gambler like I am and just doing the 50-50. Personally, I recommend doing the 50-50 if you are early game here, mainly because any 5-star is better than no 5-star, and it's easier to get, of course, your 5-star drops with the 50-50 rather than getting them on the 110, which has a way lower pull rate. But if there's a character that you genuinely don't believe in your luck and you just really want them, be sure to do the 110, because that's going to be your guarantee. Now, of course, we've talked about all of these here and all of these type of deals, but with the super rerun, much like how we have these type of weapon banners here, on the super rerun, you'll be able to select any limited weapon as well. All you have to do is change the first weapon as to that limited character and put 2 side 5-star standard weapons to your choice. This is all going to be something that you want to go ahead and focus on, and it's going to be pretty overwhelming for TW. But one thing I do have to say, as you guys are on TW, don't let much get into your way here. The main thing that you want to focus is anything story related. So if you of course need to do the actual story, do the story first. It's going to be very helpful. There is no need to really focus on any of this stuff off bat. You can go ahead and focus it later on. Pulls included, it's not going to hurt you. There's not many pop-ups for any shops really. There are a couple that are going to be in your face, but nothing's going to be there. Even when it comes down to at least the actual events here, you can kind of ignore these to some extent. Just grab what you really can grab and don't worry about the rest. Crossfade and things of this nature, it is included, and don't worry, you're not missing any of them. They're all here, being of course Joker, we have Yusuke and Makoto, Futaba, Haru, including these two being Kazumi and Akechi, as well as the P3. So you're not really missing out on anything here. You're always going to have these absolute events here, so don't worry about speeding through it all. First thing that you guys really want to do is just go ahead and pay attention to the story, complete all the story that you possibly can. If you do get stuck, of course, get up your characters as usual and slowly go from there. Try to focus mainly on your main quest and then your side quests on the side. Those are going to give you a lot of your EXP that you really do need. But other than that, that's all I really wanted to go over here for you guys here. If you are looking for pull plans for TW, don't worry. I will definitely have you guys' back on that here, and I'll probably have it in a different video. Main reasoning for this is because I want to explain each character thoroughly to allow you guys to have the best situation as possible. But I'm actually going to be doing a pull plan video for global first, so we'll have to do that one later on today, and then a TW one the next day. But thank you guys for traveling with me with this, and hopefully y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.